So in Bombay also, if you see all the senior actors like Manoj and all, they even Rajkumar, they all call me Bumbada. I always say I'm not a producer. I want to remain as an actor, which is you have to underline. I'm born to act. Till my last breath, I want to act. People say in Calcutta that I'm the finest. The planner for the shoot. You see, what I always appreciate, there are a lot of people, they say, of our age group that ये ठीक नहीं है, ये गलत है, ये वो है. But I say that I think they are more open.
Yeah.
They can go and go for a date and put it in Facebook, saying that I'm dating somebody. We were like always.
This is Nawaz Kochra joining you on screen, and I am in conversation with the very amazing Mr. Prosenjit Chatterjee, who we fondly call as Bumbada. Hello sir, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Very well sir, thank you for joining us today. And you know, when I say that we fondly call you Bumbada, I have legit witnessed that craze. You know, at an event that we attended some months back, people were roaring, they love you so much over all these years. And you know, 5 decades, more than 5 decades in the industry.
Yeah, it's going to be 40 years.
Yeah. So 4 decades to ho hi chuke hain.
And if I see about Chhoto Jignasha, which I don't want to say, so then it's too long.
Absolutely. You know, sir, even today, the kind of love that you receive, is it overwhelming or you've gelled into it now?
Yeah, I think, you see, the best part is just not in West Bengal. Right now, I can tell you that because I've been coming to Bombay, I'm working in all this set. In fact, I was when I was doing Jubilee, when I was doing my Khaki, or after a certain time, everybody calls me Bumba or Bumbada. So in Bombay also, if you see all the senior actors like Manoj and all, they even Rajkumar, they all call me Bumbada. Of course, in West Bengal, nobody calls me Prosenjit.
Yes.
And I've been telling it that even our Honorable Chief Minister, in an official meeting also, she will tell it's Bumba or like. So I think that's a blessing for me, you know.
Absolutely.
Because I think I have not changed my name. But I think my audience, my fans, and it's for 3 generations. So now I used to be Bumba, then I became Bumbada, then I became Bumba Uncle. But I don't mind because that is a connect. When you say your nickname, I mean, I've been part of their family basically now.
Absolutely.
And that's a blessing, I think.
Totally. And you know, now there is a new chapter in life that you are also venturing into your first Hindi TV production.
Yeah, So it's been like, it's been long. I've been doing it. There's a team. I always say I'm not a producer. I want to remain as an actor, which is you have to underline. I'm born to act. Till my last breath, I want to act.
Absolutely.
But yeah, as a student of cinema, I always thought in Bengal also, I had this same company called NIDS. I've been doing a lot of television serials, a lot of films, mostly, mostly with the newcomers. That's the way I want to, produce. Either it's the first time director or maybe the first time actor, actresses who are now big stars. So that's my kind of a way and when I act, I try to act for other producers. So it's my psychology that till I don't sign a film, I think I can't value myself.
Absolutely.
So it's like Mr. Bachchan. You need to, some other producer has to come and sign me.
Okay.
This is your role, Dada. This is the character. So I get into. So that's a habit I don't want to change, honestly.
Right.
But yes, I'm very happy that I'm producing a wonderful show for Star Plus, and I have a beautiful team. And kabhi neem, kabhi shayad, matlab, वो थोड़ा सा जैसा सीरीज में भी होता है ना, वो लाइफ में भी होता है और सेट पे भी होता है.
हाँ जी.
So I am playing a role of I don't know whether you've seen it or not, the दादाजी. कुछ कहीं पे नहीं, I'm playing a role of कथा. So that कहीं पे थोड़ा सा गड़बड़ हो रहा है सेट पे, मेरे को किसी ने बोला कि यहाँ पे एक डिसीजन हो रहा है, वहाँ पे एक डिसीजन हो रहा है, देयर आई गेट इनटू लाइक कथा एंड ट्राई टू सॉल्व द प्रॉब्लम. सो आई say that I am not producer. I am their elder brother. I am their family.
Absolutely. But you know, sir, when you've been in front of the camera and when you take on this role, which is behind the camera, do you understand the role also in a better way?
Yeah, of course I do understand, because you have to understand that I have been doing it for the last 40 years.
Yes.
And the best part is that the time when we started our career, whether it is in Bangla, whether it is in Hindi, the economy was not the same.
Absolutely.
You know, I always say it's not like me only. Even I'm talking about our generation, like Shah Rukh, Salman, Ajay. When they started, the entire economy was very different.
Absolutely.
So, as an actor, you need to understand the psyche of producer. You need to understand the good and bad of the production. Because if you're not producer-friendly actor, because we always thought a producer has to get benefited. The producer को पैसा मिलना चाहिए.
True.
Then only he will come to produce another
Absolutely.
2 films, right? So that is the way we have grown. So I completely understand production. People say in Calcutta that I'm the finest, the planner for the shoot. Because if I hear a script, within 24 hours, I give them a breakdown.
Oh.
Till now.
Wow.
This is what you should do, this is what you should do. Because we have seen the hard time. So don't waste. You can finish a big film in maybe somebody was saying it's 40 days. I can tell you finish it in 35 days. That 5 days is very important for a producer.
Absolutely.
So, you know, as I know this inside, that is the main thing. You know, the creativity is ultimate. So I think I sometimes add a bit creatively again.
And you know, sir, like you mentioned, the economy is very different today. You know, there has been this ongoing discussion in
And
the
I told
industry.
you last time that I'm very happy because I'm doing a Star Plus.
Yes.
So I had produced, I think that's a great, what I'll say, it's a moment. Ritu Porno Ghosh, as you all know,
Yes.
everybody knows about him. He had directed a show for Star Jalsha. And that was produced by me, because nobody else could really bring Ritu Porno Ghosh to direct a television show. And that is till today is the most cult show happened in Bengal. So I always try to do something which is, I think I should like creativity. That ये show मेरे पास TRP है, people are watching, there is an economy, that's all is fine. There are team who will take care of it. I should personally start loving the show. So that, yeah.
But then, sir, you know, to what extent do you get involved also?
Yes, initially, of course, I get involved. When channel, especially the channel heads creatively wants to talk to me or my creative team, I tried, even I'm shooting outside, they at least give me that time, that space. They doesn't call me, but I get into it in Zoom call or phone call to understand it, because that is my strength. The people like Star Plus is not giving me the show because I'm a producer. They know this man has some sensibility of, or maybe a learning of this field for 40 years. So they doesn't give a person to produce who has a lot of money. They give a person who can really produce. Producer मतलब ये नहीं कि पैसा डालो आप.
हाँ जी.
That's the financer. The producer means who can think about the show or think about that film and produce a right content for them. So I think my involvement is important.
Very true. And you know, sir, today there's
I have a very good writer. She's a star writer from Bengal.
Okay.
I mean, that's the show. So we have a very good writer team. From Bombay, Calcutta, both. The dialogue writers, everybody is very good.
Absolutely. But you know, sir, in the past also, whenever I have spoken to a few TV producers, they've told me that budgets जो show के पहले होते थे, they have drastically changed today.
It's everywhere.
Yeah, everywhere that is being a scenario. In that backing a show, how does, you know, that conviction come?
I think there we play a very big important role because the people who are coming from, I don't say regional industry, I say language industry. I think that's our strength, that whether it is Bengal or whether it's Marathi or whether it's Gujarati or whether it's Punjabi. You see, we have always, I'm sure you have seen Chokar Bali.
Yes.
So if you see the budget of Chokar Bali and the content, you will not believe that in what kind of a money we have completed that. So that's the strength of the creative, again I'm talking about, the creative brain of our language cinema or the people who works there.
Right.
So if you see, in a way, when Shuja also did Kahani, it was a huge thing which he shifted to Calcutta and he wanted to finish the film in a budget.
Yes.
Right? So he completed, Vidya was a star and nobody, all were actors from Bengal and entire shoot was done in Bengal. So, but when it came nationally, people saw a great, nice film. I think today it's not only Bengal I'm talking about, a lot of regional industry people are coming and doing a lot of good work.
Right.
Right now in television, a lot of Bengali production house who are more into creative are doing a lot of shows. So I'm part of it.
Right.
But that's a great exposure also. And story. I think there is a time when people get stuck into story, which we also, in Bengal also we get
Absolutely.
stuck. Kahani nahi mil raha, sahi kahani nahi. So I think for television especially, I think Bengal is getting some stories which are little different.
Right.
So I think that's the way we are coming. But I don't see myself as, if you ask me very honestly, I don't see myself as Bengal or Punjab or Marathi. I always say, and I always believe and I will be believing that we all produce Indian content.
Absolutely.
So
That's very true.
that it was there maybe 30 years back. Now everybody in every state are doing wonderful work. Everybody.
Right, very, very true. And you know, on TV shows, usually what happens is that it's an infinite format. The story, it's a TRP game at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
So the stories just keep going, going, going. Changes keep happening in that. As somebody who's also been an actor, you think that you know, एक show को या एक कहानी को pulling it for such a long time is something that you know we should be following, or we should start coming to finite format on TV also.
Well, in Bengal, I have produced a show which was 100 episodes.
Okay.
And I think there will be time. It started off already. There will be big format. Okay, this is the format which we are doing.
Right.
But there, very soon, I think this is a format is going to be introduced in OTT or maybe in channel, which is a small format.
Right.
Because you have to understand that with the time, the viewers have changed. We have a lot of options now for the entertainment. And the basic thing is that patience. So our patience has become like, I watch today this, tomorrow this. So, and OTT also have a lot of content now. So I think this is a very nice, good time to do even short series where we know this is the start and this is the end.
Right. Yeah.
But for this, kabhi neem neem, kabhi shayad shayad, I wish it runs for 3 years, 4 years, of course, as a producer and for Star Plus also.
Absolutely. And sir, you know, so what was it about this show that appealed to you?
Well, I think, first of all, I must say this show is not that, I mean, people have a very strong concept about television show.
Absolutely.
If you see this show, I think this show has that a team of Gen Z, young, who are like, what really carrying this. So you have a family where you have elderly people, which is a group, and a very young people. And there is drama. Of course there is drama, but in the entire show you will see that drama is very different from any other show. It's more of, you know, a fun, more of, even if there is a drama, you will see it's very, you take this drama up, then suddenly you say it's a little comedy. So you have a very mix of a lot of things, but for me, it is like in every family, there is a gap between 2 generations or 3
Yes.
generations. It's everywhere. So what I liked about it, this gaps are there, and nobody is bad in this show. There is no villain.
Okay.
But this Kotha comes, and you need somebody always in a family who understands the elderly people, who also understands the Gen Z young team. So it becomes easier because today's date, joint families as it is like
It's
it's
declining.
declining.
Yeah.
Of course, everywhere.
True,
So
very
we
true.
really want to say that joint family has its own strength.
Right.
So I think the young, my hero, UV, and his team, very young, they have their own thoughts, and nobody's saying. I mean, today, if my son comes and tells me his perception, I have to understand whatever he's saying. It is his. It's good and bad is not the right thing. He's saying right maybe, but the way of taking the decision is wrong. So I might not like it. So you need a third party to get into it to balance this two thought process. So I like this entire, and I really love this young team in this show who is balancing the entire show with UV and Katha, so and Dadaji and his team.
Absolutely. But sir, in general, what is your perception about the Gen Zs today?
I have a Gen Z in my house. He's around just 20.
Exactly.
So I know what is the. You see, what I always appreciate, there are a lot of people, they say, of our age group that ये ठीक नहीं है, ये गलत है, ये वो है. But I say that I think they are more open.
Yeah.
They can go and go for a date and put it in Facebook, saying कि I'm dating somebody. We were like always, नहीं यार, घर पे नहीं पता नहीं घर पे पता नहीं होना चाहिए. You see, that is what I'm liking. I mean, they are much open. They just need a bit of guidance, and they are very, very intelligent. They know after a year what they want to do.
Yeah. That's
And they are very
true.
sorted, but they doesn't expose that. Their expression is very different. So sometimes we यार misbehave कर रहे हैं. No, their expression is that, and they're so confident. So I think, and I practically love this generation, and I respect them also in a way.
But
And I have
sometimes when you have a clash also.
I do have a clash. Of course, I do have a clash. I mean, this clash are like, it happened in school. And when we were in school, it used to happen with our principal or a very strict teacher coming in the class. But again, when maybe I scolded my son, or I said, no, this is what I'm not liking. But later on, I realized whatever he's saying, maybe the way he is pulling himself is not right. But what he's thinking is right.
Yeah.
So I just needed to, आप ये कर रहे हो करो, don't do it in this way. You see, this is also a way.
Just a little redirection.
Yes. So, and they are smart, I'm telling you.
Absolutely.
If they think this is good for them, they will go for it.
Wow. Also, sir, 4 decades in the Bengali industry, you have been a part of brilliant cinema. What are your memories, your experiences that are very close to your heart? If you have to share, some incidents to me that, have stayed with you.
I mean, I have done so much of work, and there are a lot of incident, but the incident which always will remain with me is that the first film when I did I was just 5.5.
Yes.
And it was produced by my dad, and it was directed by late Rishikesh Mukherjee. So it was a very hard shoot. So all my actors, for them, I was like their son. Okay, especially Madhumi auntie, who was Charulata. So we had very difficult shoots. So I still remember that people used to try to pamper me, but somehow without shoe, I had given some shots on road. So that time, I don't know, people used to say that ये पैदा ही हुआ actor बनने के लिए.
Arey वाह.
So that kind of a thing. So I it's not that I have done very, very thoughtfully, but I think that particular moment, especially the Krishneshwar Mandir ke samne, there is a scene. I came to know later on also, it's there, that my entire foot was like, because of the road was so hot, the skin came out. So, and I was just 5.5.
Exactly.
So I think those moments, I have thousand and thousand moments to remember, but I think this is one of the memorable moments which is going to stay with me because I was just 5.5.
Amazing. Also, sir, today, like you mentioned that, Bengalis, in the Bengali production, TV show productions also, you believe in launching new actors and new producers
Yeah,
and new
lot
storytellers.
of new people.
What do you think about, the new generation of actors, the younger actors today?
I think when I was giving an interview, I told that this young generation, whether it is in television or film or in cinema, uh, even from Bombay, in Malayali,
Yeah.
they, at least for me, I'm telling you, they are giving challenges every day to us.
Okay.
I'm talking about me. I've been working for 40 years. The language of cinema was different. The approach was different. The pattern of acting was different. They have taught me and they have given me challenges. That's the reason maybe I can do a Jubilee or a Sheshpata or a Khaki today. Because these guys are, I will say, international level actors getting into. If you
Absolutely.
really see that nowadays, the kind of, maybe you will not know that who is he. We have to Google it or we have to find it out who is he or who is she. But the kind of performance, we talk about international shows. We talk about Spanish, we talk about Korean, but we see in Malayali or in Marathi or in Bengal or in, I'm not talking about only Bombay.
Right.
The kind of actors are getting into it. Because I think I always give respect and my love to, I've been telling this, I think long back I have given an interview on this. Nawaz was one of those actors who broke that Indian cinema hero
Absolutely.
concept, right?
Yes.
He's very close to me. So I used to say, yaar, ye aadmi, he came, let's not talk about his look, but he created a different brand and he became a hero. So I think that was Nawaz, of course, Manoj, now it is, so these actors are, now there are plenty Nawaz. He had
Yes.
opened up that area.
He opened that door,
Yes,
yeah.
yes. So,
Also, sir, 40 years down, what is the challenge today? And has ever been a time where there has been this fear of being relevant?
let me be very honest. I try my best, not best, I'll say my level best. That's my level best thing which I really try to be relevant.
Okay.
Every day. I have the entire young team with me. And I was a student of cinema. Even after 348 films, I am a student of cinema. Every day I try to learn what is happening. I keep my eyes, ear, my brain open, and I try to understand the psyche of today's generation.
Oh,
I don't want to remain as a creative, just not as an actor, even as a production or maybe as a director, as a creative person. I need to know, the next generation or third generation or fourth generation, what they are thinking. I can give you a name, I can just tell you one person whom I have a huge respect as a maker, as a producer, and as a mind was Yash Chopra.
absolutely.
The man never, like, whatever was his age, he was the most contemporary filmmaker of Indian cinema. Think about his age. The kind of cinema you see, it's not.
Absolutely.
I try to follow them. They are like my gurus.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, sir, for talking to us and, removing time for this conversation.